Bye.
Go ahead, Kyle. What are you thinking?
I just watched a 3-minute video because I thought this was going to be a good topic for us of Chael Sonnen explaining that he had gotten a phone call from Joe Rogan this morning that Dana has put Joe in charge of making sure that the Khabib Tony fight happens no matter what. And the deal is it might not even be in the same room. They might not be in the same room. They may compete in an American Ninja Warrior type challenge where do a 1 mile run and then heavy bag work, then power cleans and gymnastics and all of these things that they'll be judged on, and they'll declare a winner that way. And he goes to this whole thing how they're going to do this, and then he goes, "I'm bringing this to you on April 1st. And I just want to remind you all what suckers you all are." And that was the end of the video. And I was just like, motherfucker, I was just, you had me. I was like, all right, well, that's insane, but whatever. Put him on a camera somewhere. I want to see something.
Right?
He had me for 3 fucking minutes there.
Damn, Khabib can serve a volleyball really far.
Yeah. Oh my God. What a mess that whole fucking thing is. I'm so upset. I've been talking to all my like my non-MMA fan friends, my father. I'm like, look, there's a guy they call the Boogeyman. All right. And these are his last 6 opponents. They all look like they've been hit by trains. He's gonna fight a guy who's known as the Dagestani Eagle, who grew up wrestling bears. He's the guy who beat Conor McGregor, and to a casual-ish fan, that's like, so he wrestled Jesus, huh? And they're finally gonna face off for the 5th time. The first 4 times all got canceled, and it's happening next month. And this guy does nothing but take people down to the ground and smash them. And this guy does nothing but cut people apart with elbows that he has honed into weapons with some sort of a Hitachi magic wand that kills nerve endings. He does that, by the way. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen every.
And you tell anybody that who even they don't have to be into combat sports. They're just like, holy fucking shit, are you for real?
Yeah.
Like,
this is really gonna happen. Like, we'll get to see this. They'll put cameras on it.
No. No, it's not gonna fucking happen. I'm so upset.
For people who are not on this story at all, here's the scoop. Khabib was in California, I think, and Tony is he also in California, or do you know where he trains?
Arizona, New Mexico,
somewhere.
somewhere.
I don't know.
That's where Jones is.
Right? Anyway, it's not important. They're both in America. And even though the one guy is Dagestani, which is maybe Russian, that confuses me. It's like the UK over there.
They were a Soviet. They're one of the Soviet bloc countries, and they're still under Russian control.
Oh, all right. I'm still a level of confused, but we'll move on. And still under. So then they're Russian anyway. So
they're a state. Yeah, they're Russian.
A state. Okay, anyway. So he's from Dagestan, and he's in America training. They hear that this is not going to happen in America. That this is going to happen in Abu Dhabi. So Khabib gets on a flight and goes to Abu Dhabi. He wants to acclimate, get used to the heat, the humidity, or whatever it is in Abu Dhabi you acclimate to. Altitude? I have no idea. And he's going to finish his training there for the last 2 weeks. Cool. And then they say it's not going to be in Abu Dhabi. So he's like, well, fuck, I'm here. He goes back to Dagestan. He starts training in Dagestan. And now we find out that you can't leave Russia. So it's off. But now it's not off because it turns out that you can leave Russia, but only on a private plane. He goes on Instagram, I think, and says, hey, I'm still in. Wherever you hold this thing, I'll get on a private plane and I'll fight. And for some reason, I can't explain why, but I feel like I know better, and I don't. That he doesn't.
He was just on Instagram a minute ago saying, it's not as easy as you think it is to leave Russia.
See, that kind of thing, right? Like, it... I think that something about this messing up his training camp and Corona and all this craziness has him less excited about doing this fight. Whereas Tony Ferguson, to his credit, is like, I'll do it now. We go to my backyard. If you're uncomfortable with that, we can go to your backyard. We can find a neutral alley. Anything.
Dinner's here, honey.
It's coffee.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know if this fight's gonna happen. This coffee is light on cream.
Color back now.
So yeah, this fight has been this fight has been arranged, organized, fallen through 4 times already, and it looks like maybe 5 now. And it's just a curse. I thought that maybe when we sacrificed John Jones to the MMA gods, that
4 days house arrest. Let's go, champ.
that would be enough, but it's not. So.
John Jones would travel to Dagestan right now and kick Khabib in the head with his ankle bracelet. If they paid money.
But he wouldn't wrestle him because he lost that part of his game.
Not against a 155-pounder.
We'll see.
You wouldn't take Jones against Khabib in a fight? The 205 champ against the 155 champ?
Okay, I'd pick John Jones. For all the reasons I dislike Jones, and even lately you could say he's lost his fighting edge, he still beats a guy who has 50-pound advantage on. That's crazy not to pick Jones.
Yeah. I mean, even if Khabib like rolls in at like 190, I don't know what the deal is. Like, how low below 205 can you be? I know you can be like 205.5, right? You can be a half pound over and still compete. How far below can you do?
186.
Shit. Yeah. Well, he'd definitely do that. I think he walks around right around 186 or something like that.
Yeah. You're allowed to wear clothes and shit. He could weigh in weighted sneakers.
He's got a grill. He's got that big goofy fucking Ushanka or whatever.
Did you know they have to be within 40 pounds of each other?
I didn't know that.
It matters because the heavyweight division goes from 206 to 265. A light heavyweight is a class, but a heavyweight at the bottom end of that range versus a heavyweight at the top end of that range can't fight each other. Same weight class.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. They need to open that weight thing up. Like I get the UFC wants to be the professional of the fighting organizations, the most professional, the most legit.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me you don't like a freak fight, though. You know that giant Iranian guy that they're always putting on social media that looks like he's inflated with a fucking air compressor or something? I'd love to see some 350-pound men just bash each other.
The right freak fight. I did not enjoy either of who's the wrestler who's not talented? Punk? CM Punk?
Oh God, no. That's not a freak fight though. That's a clout fight or like a publicity stunt.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a publicity stunt.
Sean Gannon, when he came and fought, it wasn't a good fight. He's the guy that beat Kimbo on the streets.
Oh yeah, that's before I really got into it. I watched Kimbo fight Petrocelli back in the day on like CBS or something like that.
Right.
That was the first MMA experience I'd ever had. All I knew before that was watching Kimbo's actual YouTube videos. But I don't know. Let me do a